What's cracking with you people? Anansi here, and welcome back to Jet Set Radio Future. And the last one, we had to cut that one short because I was a goof and did not account for how long it was going to take to actually do these tutorials we saved up. We still have one more left to do that we haven't unlocked yet. And when we unlock it, I will show it to you later. But in this one, we are for real going to start the Tokyo underground sewer section in order to find Poison Jam, this time for certain. Now luckily we already kind of know where the sewer entrance is, because we saw it when we were first doing Rokaku Dai Heights and getting up to finding Rith and, you know, clearing out all of Rokaku Dai Heights, as evidenced by all the graffiti we've done here. Gonna go ahead and get some cans here. Now, you remember where we found Rith? We can always cut through here to get some shortcuts. To get a shortcut, and then we head right through here. Went a little bit of Urkel there. I still cannot believe that he was originally meant to be a one-off character in Family Matters. When I found out that little bit of info about Family Matters, it forever changed my opinion, my outlook on that series, because like that one character basically changed the entire trajectory of the show. Now, here we are in the sewer location, and are you serious? There was a back way around? I did not know about this. How did I not know about this? I did not know there was a back way around. So you could literally go, hang a right, follow this around. Oh wait, my bad. I'm turned around here. Hang a right. I think you got to go this way. I think I cut through here, right? I missed a graffiti soul? I missed a graffiti soul. Huh. Well, good thing I double checked. Let's see, that's graffiti soul number 11. 1 second. I gotta go see exactly what graffiti soul that I just missed. Because I could have sworn we got everything through here. I blame the. I don't care if anybody says I blame the map. Okay, slight detour here, and then we're gonna see, because I gotta see what graffiti soul we missed. I'm not going back on my word. We are definitely gonna start the underground sewer, but it's like I'm flabbergasted. I never knew about that other way to get to the entrance from the very beginning of the level, and I did not know we missed a spot. We missed the graffiti soul. Not the basics. Graffiti. Which one did we actually skip out on? Was it small graffiti? Was it this one here? Yeah, I think it was this one right here. It's at 11, right? Unless, yeah, graffiti number 11. So it just, yeah. Huh. How did I miss that? I could have sworn we got all the graffitis in one area. All right, well, let's head on back. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I am genuinely surprised by that. I thought we got everything, and I thought I knew how to navigate the area. I've done it a couple of times, and I vividly remember getting lost there. So I'm like, okay, I know how to do this. And then it's like, oh yeah, no, there's an entrance like directly to the right of where you enter Rokaku Dai Heights. I'm like, really? Let's see, I don't think it's that direction. I think it's this one here. Unless it could be. Okay, okay. You guys saw that we came from there, right? Let me see here. Let me see here. Am I going insane? Okay, because that's where the one was hidden. Okay, so I'm gonna. Okay, 1 second here. I'm going to see. Okay, we're gonna head back up here. I gotta investigate this. I have to investigate this. Like, I have to investigate this because it's like how in the world did I not know about this? Okay, because you have to go. Wait. You gotta go this way. No, not that way. Not that way. Get off the rail, Rith. Let's see here. We're gonna go through here. I think you have to go. Did we hung a left here? Now this way is blocked off. I don't think you can actually go that way because it's, leads right into the water. Okay, so we stop here. And we go this way. And follow straight out. Okay, so it's not down a path, it's underneath these railings. Okay. That's what was throwing me off. So you go underneath these railings and it's like, okay, I know I'm not crazy. And I never knew this was here. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and follow this up the way. Go ahead and get our grind combo up. And here we are, Tokyo Underground Sewage Facility.
Now remember, the sewers are Poison Jam's home turf. And I don't think they like strangers up in their house, you know what I'm saying?
Now, we're supposed to just kind of fall here. And now we're kind of stuck. What you have to do is basically just try your best to get out.
What? Can't get out? Did Rapid 99 send you to your doom?
Haha! You're the 30th one to fall down. Don't even try. You're not getting out of there. Actually, I don't mind pulling you out of there. Just as a 30th sucker anniversary, but not unless you can impress me. If you can't do that, then you don't deserve to get out anyway. First, do an air, run up the side and jump. If you jump too late, it'll end up as a grind. So make sure you jump quickly. Okay, now do 3 jumps in a row. Not bad. Next up, the hand plant. Press the X button. So that's what I mean. You don't need to do the tutorials in the last part because they teach you this stuff anyway. Because the assumption is you haven't done the tutorials at all. Do 3 more of those. Okay. Do 3 hand plants. Here's the last technique, which is a combination of the two. When you do a hand plant, you speed up. Alright then, stand back. So now you have now you can grind your way out of here. Don't know how he did it, but he did. Not too shabby. I'll help you out. Garam. Garam has joined you. Now, we're going to head back to the Gigi's garage. And we're going to swap to Garam. Because he's the newest member of the team. And yeah, this is how you recruit Garam. Garam's one of the easiest members of the Gigi's to recruit. Because you literally just have to do this tutorial and he joins you. That's it. You don't have to do a weird like chase sequence. You don't have to do an emulation. You literally just have to pass a tutorial that, again, we did in the last part, but is also one of the most redundant tutorials in the game because you're literally taught it later. You're literally taught it like in the level you learn it. You need to learn it for. Hey, keep it real. And that was it, because he doesn't really have much to say because he just got here. I guess the assumption is that you're probably not going to swap to him. Yes, I am talking to you. Now, Garam's stats are actually closer to, I believe, Beat and Corns. Here's Corn, here's Beat. Honestly, no. He's similar, but he has higher stamina, so he has a higher health gauge. He has a better grind. Now, I'm not gonna lie. The first time I got to the underground sewers and found Garam, I was like, Garam instantly became my favorite character in terms of like design. Like I liked Combo to a degree. But Garam just had a flair to him that's like Combo to me was always like for me it was Combo, Beat, Garam, and Gum were like my 4 favorite characters in the game that you unlocked naturally. There are other ones I didn't mind, but in terms of ones that stuck out, it was those 4. They each kind of had a confidence to them that's like, okay, cool, you know, but I didn't know about Garam because I never understood how to advance in a game back in the day. Because I think when the game came out, I was 8, so I was still getting used to advancing in platformers and advancing in games and completing games to begin with. But okay, excuse me, that was my bad. But I like Combo because Combo just seemed like a cool dude. Like, he seemed incredibly chill, whereas Garam was one of those guys who had like this laid-back confidence where he knew he could handle anything that world threw at him.
There's got to be some switches around here to open the gate to Poison Jam's hideout. Find the switches, get that gate open.
Okay, now before we do that, we're going to go through here and get the mystery tape. Now, this is where we get some new icons. The purple icons are the actual they are objectives that are not graffiti related, because for the first time we don't have to tag graffiti in a mission to advance it. We have to find a switch and spray it. Now you also see right here we have a different set of well, we have a similar, well, we have the usual mystery tape streak challenge, except for the last one. The last one is just an extension of the second to last one. We have to get a 10 grind combo, 4 air combos, do 45 tricks, and then we have to get 100,000 points and 150,000 points. Now again, I've learned my lesson from doing Rapid 99. We are going to focus on getting The heck? Okay. For some reason he wants me to talk. Look for a power switch to release the gate. Okay, that's literally it. Okay. So... But yeah, I learned my lesson from the last time. We're going to focus on getting the actual objectives this time. So you can kind of see there's a switch in there. We will get to that. But we're going to have to really work at it, you know. Okay. If I can get my directional inputs right. Okay, now this one's just taunting me. And yes, that is, Really? Really? Okay. Oh, this is off to a good start. How am I missing this? There we go. 13. Okay, so that's in the small ones. So yeah. But yeah, no. I like Garam's laid back confidence, whereas like he very clearly knows that he has this on lock, and very few people can probably take that from him. Whereas Combo is just like, no one's messing with me because I know no one's messing with me. And Gum always kind of struck me as just generally having her shit together. Okay, gotta get a little bit higher. Okay, so I gotta do this. There we go. And yes, you did just see him grind upside down. Opened up slightly, but that lets you know what your goal is here. Anything up here? No. Oh, that's my bad. I messed that up. Now, that being said, the underground sewer system is a little bit different than it was in Jet Set Radio. Actually, or on the subject of that, Garam himself has a very different design compared to his original Jet Set Radio incarnation. Probably one of the guys that benefited the most from a character redesign, if you ask me, just because of his original design look. Had a very questionable design. Had a very questionable design choice in it that I'm not certain what the developers were thinking when they designed him, but it is what it is. Anyway, the sewer system in the original Jet Set Radio was actually kind of subdued. It wasn't this vertical platforming challenge. It wasn't. It was actually a pretty open underground area, pretty flat plain looking thing. You didn't have to worry about doing too much in terms of finding it. Whereas now it's like a whole vertical complex. And I honestly don't really know like how you're supposed to logistically navigate this in real life. But again, this is a platformer with very specific controls, so I'm not surprised that it's a little bit different. Okay. Is this the place I think it is? Because if this is the place I think it is, we're gonna have a very interesting time getting back through here. Here we go. Let me just double check something here. No, this is not the place. Okay, so it's somewhere else. Okay, that's cool. But yeah, it's probably is an example of them coming back to a concept and going, okay, how can we actually expand this out? This is also one of the locations that I would rather not come back to in games, and this is not because I think the place is poorly designed. Oh, also you get 2 save spots here, just to let you know they're not messing around. But is one of those places that's like, in every game there's always that one location that people don't like revisiting. The underground sewers is kind of that for the Jet Set Radio community, and for me personally as well, because it's very easy to get turned around in here. Let's see here. Okay, let me see. Can I skate through here? Let's see what's over here. Oh, I think I know what this area is probably meant for, and I'm not gonna like it later. Yeah, this is one of those locations where it's like, it's dreary, for one thing. For another thing, it's easy to get turned around here. You can very easily get lost in the sewer system. And frankly speaking, it's just kind of boring to me. Now, I think for the Jet Set Radio community, it is specifically that you can easily get turned around here, so they don't really... What the world? Oh, that's just mean. That's just mean. I don't know how to get that. We'll figure it out later. Okay. Okay, better be careful. Okay. Now... But yeah, it's just easy to get turned around in. Now, for me personally, I just don't like the look of it. It's just one of those levels that just instantly kind of turns me off as like a place I want to revisit. Like Dogenzaka Hill, Shibuya Terminal, Chuo Street, 99th Street. Those are places that are like, oh yeah, I look forward to revisiting these places as often as possible. This is one of those ones where it's like, I try my best not to come back here to like just be like a playground area. Honestly, Rokaku, the entirety of the Rokaku Daihai's area is like that for me, because I feel like you can't really explore the area the way you would like to because of its layout. Okay. Now, as far as Garam himself, let's get to his redesign. Garam has, when he was introduced in Jet Set Radio, he was still Garam. He didn't get a name change, so that stayed the same. He also still had his weird glasses, so that also stayed the same. However, Garam wore bicycle shorts. He was shirtless and had a tramp stamp. Yeah, our boy Garam here, who honestly probably has... He actually has an outfit he had an outfit that I wore for a while during this time when this game came out, like in the late 2000s. Granted, I didn't wear as tight cargo shorts. I did wear cargo shorts and I wore a sleeveless t-shirt, but it was for the most part something that I did wear. Sunglasses, sleeveless shirt. It was a sleeveless V-neck specifically, and cargo shorts. That was something that I did. Okay. I am messing this up. I'm trying to get this out. Get this trivia out. Okay. Okay, let's do this again, because I am messing this up horrifically. Okay, I can do this. Okay, let's slow this down and do this. But going back to it, I wonder why they gave Garam of all people a tramp stamp. I imagine it was just a whole, it must have been like a whole situation of, oh, we get a third set. Oh, this is amazing. I forgot about the third one. But yeah, I question why they gave Garam that. of all people, considering that in the first game, if you were to look at, okay, I fell down there. Didn't even do that. Did I go? Did they put me across automatically? They probably did. Nope. Let me go back here. Okay, considering that of all the people that probably would have had one, Mew, oh my god, Mew would probably be the one to actually wear one, or at least have one. But they never, but her design didn't show for lower back stuff like that. So they put it on Garam of all people. If anything, they should have given him a back tattoo across the whole of his back. But they dropped the tramp stamp in this one. Still trying to figure out why they gave him one in the first place. I don't remember what the tramp stamp actually said. Okay, here we go. Okay. So if my memory serves correct, we're probably going to go this way. Okay, now I remember what I gotta do. Okay. Okay. Let's try this again. Then you gotta jump. Well, don't gotta jump down here. We just gotta grind down here. And here we are. That should be the last one. Remember serves correct. No, there's a few more. Then we jump down here and we're back. Now, where are we, relatively speaking? Okay. It's like there's 4 left, if I had to guess. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, you can easily turn it around in here. And since we're back at the bottom again, we have to go all the way up. Actually, can I actually activate this now, or do we still have to? Looks like we still gotta activate it. I don't think the game even tells you how many you have to activate. I think you just kind of have to know. Well, better go ahead and settle in. Here we go. Okay, so where are we at now? Here. So if I'm reading this map right, if we go straight... doesn't help that all those words are right there. You gotta go up a little bit more. Yeah, I do remember that this section did take me a particularly long time as a kid to get all this stuff, because it's a needle in a haystack situation. Okay. Okay, so let's take a look here and really look around. Okay, so let's go through here. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like when you actually sit down and look at the redesign of Garam, I can't help but think that he probably benefited the best in terms of like the redesigns. Korn, no matter what, was probably never going to get a good redesign. I'm not even basically going to get a good redesign in the upcoming one, assuming it doesn't get delayed or canceled. At least with Combo, they kept his radio and necklace. That is consistent, but for some reason they really went all in on the boombox thing by giving him clothes that look like a boombox, as we've been over before. And blue hair, where I feel like if they had just kind of updated his model and gave him like the pants he has now, he probably would have a much better design. With Garam, I feel like if they gave him the pants and left him shirtless, he probably would come out a lot better into the design. Okay, can I not get up there? And here we go. Okay, now we're grinding up properly. So, now I think we're at the proper level now. I think so, yeah. We're at the proper level now. I just gotta get over. So, yeah, that's gonna be fun. Come on now, Garam. You can do this. You can do this. You know, I actually haven't talked about the remake and what I would about the sequel that they're making, or at least the new installment that they're making, and what I would hope to see. Honestly, what I kind of hope to see out of the new game, I might as well go ahead and bring this up now, and I'll probably be bringing it up recurrently. I think if we go, oh, okay, I think that's what I gotta do here. I would prefer to see a. There we go. Okay, that's what I gotta do. I would prefer to see us either, if we're going to do the Rokaku Industries or the Rokaku storyline again, have it build into something bigger a little bit later on down the road. Okay, I know what I gotta do here. Yeah, this is one of those. This is that part where you actually have to, if my memory serves correct. Oh, wrong way. Nope, no. Okay, there we go. That's better. Okay, I think you have to. Oh no, this is the. Oh, my bad. This is the actual entrance to the. It is the actual entrance to Poison Jam's base. My bad. That's what was throwing me off. But yeah, if we're going to do the Rokaku storyline again, I hope it builds into something bigger. Like, the whole point of this of the GGs and their story is that it is a dystopia. We are living in a dystopia where a big corporation is going through buying its way into the different levels of government, buying out the police force, buying out every small thing that you use in everyday life. Don't do it. Don't do it. I did it. But yeah, if you're going to, and I did it again. Luckily, Garam has a lot of health. But yeah, if you're going to do it again, we need to have it be where it's like, okay, we took down Rokaku and we left a power vacuum. Now, again, I don't know how far I actually got into mentioning this during Beat's level, but Beat has always been classified as a runaway, and the theory is that Beat is the son of Goji Rokaku. Because in the original game, it ends with Rokaku being defeated. This is just part of the ending. I'm not going to go into the whole thing because there's a whole kit and caboodle about that too. Okay, I think I see what I gotta do here. I gotta go. Okay, gotta go over here. Yeah, there's a whole kit and caboodle about that too. But is that Rokaku gets defeated and his kid takes over, and it's a better future, or at least it's a better time to be. Oh Lord, have mercy. Okay. Now I remember this part. Whoo boy, okay. Gonna have to navigate this. Okay. Let's try this again. Yeah, I had completely blocked this part out of my memory. Okay, so. Okay. And I think we can do. Okay. Okay, that's on me. I am probably going to game over here unless I get some health. But yeah, they usually have it where Rokaku loses. Oh, here's some health over here. Okay, this will help a little bit. Okay, let me get my thoughts straight here because this is flabbergasting me. Goji loses, his son takes over. Well, his kid takes over. I think it specifically said his son takes over, and that's about it. And it's implied that the son is a lot more chill than Rokaku was, but not by a whole lot. It's just described as he's chill enough that things are a little bit better now. Oh my goodness gracious alive. Oh my goodness gracious alive. Okay. You guys are getting your money's worth for this one. Okay, we're gonna stroll this. Don't mind if I walk. I'm gonna stroll this. I probably need gum for this part, to be honest with you, just because of her handling. But yeah, they imply that the son takes over and everything is better, right? Well, what I prefer to see, that if they're gonna do a story like this again, have it be where, okay, well, Goji Rokaku was beaten and all is good with the world, right? Psych. We also have another money-hungry group attempting to do the same, because the damage that Rokaku did basically leave a massive power vacuum that would take a long time to fix, and these are just teenagers. Oh, okay, I think I see what I gotta do here. Okay, that somehow worked. Now, shortcut time! Messed up part is I know now I'm gonna have to come back to that part to do some stupid nonsense. I'm gonna bet you good money on that. Here we go. Go ahead and grab this while I'm here. Okay, so now we gotta go up to the top. Go up to the tippy top. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and get back up to the top here. I think we go this way to continue. Yeah, go this way to continue on. But yeah, I would like to see that done in order to keep it narratively going, because the last thing we need is another Star Fox situation for a beloved IP that doesn't get a whole lot of attention. Now, with Star Fox, you know, it gets a decent amount of attention whenever Nintendo needs to do a tech demo for their hardware, but as far as like it being well done for the fans, that's another thing entirely. Okay, that's on me, keep messing that up. Okay, there we go, and here we go. But I would also like to see like okay, somehow saved it there, don't know how. I'd also like to see like switch ups to like character dynamics, right? Like see how different Rudy groups interact with each other in subsequent sequels, just so that way we can keep it fresh in terms of world building and in terms of like character interaction. Otherwise, we're just going to be faced with seeing the same game over and over again, just in a different reimagined design of the world, with some reimagined fashion of the characters. Because I mean, one of the big problems why Jet Set Radio doesn't get released very often is that it is very heavily dependent on what the current trends at the time were, you know? Like I mentioned before, that in Japan, one of the big things that, at least one of the things that is theorized to have killed interest in Jet Set Radio in Japan, is the music genre that was chosen for the game. I think I said Tokyo K, was it? And I remember bringing that up. But at the time the game came out, people were kind of sick of that music genre because it was about how bad life can be and yada yada yada, you know. This one, and granted, Jet Set Radio always did better in the West. Couldn't tell you why, but it always did better in the West. And you have in Western culture, trends tend to they change a lot, but they also lock in very consistently in certain scenarios. Like it used to be in terms of like the gaming industry for Western culture, platformers were the thing. Eventually you would get shooters, but they were like something like James Bond or Halo or Lost World or Battlefield or Medal of Honor. But when Call of Duty came around, it completely changed the book. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and save now, just to keep my sanity a bit. Now we gotta go up one more, I think, right? Right? We gotta go up. Oh no, I think we're actually on. Yeah, we're on where we need to be. So according to this, okay, I see where one of them is. Okay, I see what I gotta do to get to that one, and the other one is over there. Okay. Okay. Let me just take a look, see here. I need to make sure I get this mapped out, right? Okay. Oh, there's a staircase here. Okay, that makes that a lot easier. I'm gonna say I need to do a thing, but no, I just gotta grind on these rails here, and then I can get up to them. But I would like to see that brought back. Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, with Call of Duty and whatnot, it basically kind of led to almost every single shooter being some flavor of COD. And granted, that's not COD's fault. I will freely admit that is not COD's fault for being as successful as it was. That is mostly the fault of developers feeling the need to need a little bit of health here, feeling the need to emulate it in every instance that they can. However, it's also Call of Duty's fault for not innovating enough over the years and setting the precedent that you can just release the same game over and over and over again, and with very minimum changes, and people will just eat it up. Even if it is true, you still have an obligation to try to make something worthwhile.
Now the gate to the underworld is open. It's probably not a good idea to knock.
So we've opened that up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and save one more time because I'm fairly certain that... Okay, that's on me. Okay, ooh. Oh yeah, I can just go down. My bad, I need to go down. And there is a save spot literally right there where I need to go down for. There we go. And I think... Okay, there's the save spot right there. Okay. Gotta want to save frequently and often when you're doing this. Okay. So if my memory serves correct, this next part is actually a second section. Yeah, we're going to a whole new area.
Smells like Poison Jam, alright. Their hideout should be around here somewhere.
Okay. And here's another mystery tape. Yeah, even though we're in the underground sewers, there's 2 mystery tapes down here. Now, this one's a little bit easier because it's just a straight line shot. And it's similar to the one above. My bad. I say one above. Well, yeah, it's similar to the previous area in terms of what you're doing. But the point requirements are smaller. So you don't have to worry about doing nearly as much. It's not as strenuous. The big problem you're going to have is finding an area that the big problem you're going to have is finding an area that will give you the points you need on a grind rail to get started where you need to get started. Okay, I am getting turned around here. No, wait, I'm going the right way. Okay, I thought I was getting turned around. There's a graffiti soul right here. Let's go ahead and grab it while we're here. And here we are. I see that more hopeless prey has wandered into the web of the Poison Jam headquarters. Is this what you've been looking for? Well, you're just in time to celebrate the destruction of the GGs. There's still plenty of time until dinner, and I have a fabulous chef for the occasion. Everything necessary to make a tender stew, made of you. Now this is the sewer. It's dinner time! Spray the backs of Poison Jam. So yeah, this is what we're doing. We're just tagging Poison Jam. Now, this is actually reminiscent of what you had to do in the original Jet Set Radio. You actually had to tag Poison Jam on their backs. Many things flow into the sewer. Trash, dead animals, toxic chemicals, sometimes cash and jewelry, and of course, these big guys. So that's kind of their leader letting you know that, yeah, Poison Jam drifted down here. So you can see there's a different breed from your average folk. They're much sexier, don't you think? Not really. Now, what you're gonna want to do with this part here, because you're gonna. There you go. Now here's the thing. They will wait for you, so you won't have to worry about getting lost or turned around. Ow, that's on me. But they're gonna go in a loop, so you're pretty much good to go in terms of like following them. And there's plenty of health in the areas where you're gonna be in like an open arena style thing, you know? Okay. Okay. Take it back up here. You're also going to be going in a loop sometimes, so be ready for that. But what they'll also do is they'll also go in reverse, so it helps to follow them around to see what pathways they're taking. They will show you the way out eventually. Actually, no, I take it back. They won't show you the way eventually. That's my bad. What actually ends up happening, surprisingly, is that if my memory serves correct, Poison Jam, each member will find a location in the sewer, and they'll just lock themselves down in there. Like, you see how we down to like one? What is going on is that that they basically come to a singular arena, and you just have to. How do I put this? You just have to basically memorize where they are, and you see here on the map they have them there for you to look if you don't want to memorize them, and then get spray cans and then come back and tag them. So as far as tagging goes, it's probably one of the most anticlimactic introductions to tagging that you have in the series. At least with the original game, you just follow Poison Jam in a loop. You literally follow them in a loop around the around the sewers until you eventually tag them all individually. But here, no, that's not what happens. You literally have them. Okay, that's on me. I did not see that jump there. You literally have them in 3 separate locations, centralized, sure, but the 3 separate locations that are very easy to access. All you're doing at this point is just getting graffiti cans, spray cans, in order to tag their backs. And they have high health bars. They do, unfortunately. It is probably the most tedious part of the game. Tedious part of the game, because you're not going through the sewers as you probably would. I can only imagine that if you play the original Jet Set Radio, this is probably a more boring arena style fight, for lack of a better term. Okay, I keep missing that jump. I need to get those spray cans. I imagine it's probably a more boring fight than anything else, because you're not going through the entirety of the sewer. I don't know if it's like a programming thing that they couldn't like get that to work properly or not, or if they just thought that it would be easier to do it this way than the original way, like for the player, I should say. Like it would be easier on them to, you know, just be locked into one area following a singular Poison Jam member around in order to spray paint them, as opposed to, you know, chasing them consistently. Okay. Oh, and then top it all off, apparently, once you get them low enough on health, you can't target them. You can't L target them anymore. You will auto lock on them, make no mistake. That still works just fine, which thankfully for that, you know. But you can't reliably, you can't like lock on. Like it'll auto target, sure, make no mistake, but you can't lock on, as you were taught by Roboy in the last section that you did, if you did tutorial, or by DJ Professor K when we were dealing with the tanks in an earlier part. So there's that. So what you're going to have to do is kind of freehand this, and it can be annoying if you're not ready for it. Oh wait, make me a liar, why don't you? Is that a glitch? Okay, I'm all out. How much health does he have left? Not much. Not much. Let's go see if we can't find some more spray cans. I will admit, for this part of the game, this one probably should have been fleshed out a bit more, because given the Poison Jam that much health, and then locking them in like a area of a circle, in like a singular area, not Smile Bright's best idea in terms of like game balance. Like, I would have probably cut their health down by half, because you gotta do this 3 separate times. Okay. Okay. And he somehow keeps getting caught on that wall. I don't know why. Just a few more, come on. You know you want to. In the words of Rick James, give it to me, baby. Okay, come on. There we go. That's one down. And yeah, they just stayed in the spot, just flailing their arms like that in frustration. So now, I don't know if we can get back up there, but we're gonna try. Okay, that's on me, but I should be able to get back up there relatively easy, and then just kind of follow the piping back. Because the other two are luckily in areas with blue cans that respawn. That respawn fairly consistently, so you should be able to take care of them in relatively quick fashion. Okay, I could have just done that. I was overthinking this again. One of my great weaknesses, I overthink everything. Yeah, you see there's no one down there, so we can kind of do this here. Grab some cans. And there's like, 'cause I remember the first time I did this, and I was like, wait, I followed one, but where's the other one? Because my mindset was, oh, this is gonna be just like the Rapid 99 fight, where you have to, you know, where they're basically like all on the same page, going following through the level to get to each of the flags. But no, this is they will each split up individually at some point in the chase. So if you're not paying attention to that, you'll be like, well, wait, here's one, there's down here, where's the other two? And it's like, oh wait, they just dropped off halfway through the chase. And again, luckily, 2 of the 3 poison jams are in an area where you can get access to a lot of spray cans pretty quick. So it does help mitigate this a little bit, but I still think that they probably should have lowered the health, at least the resistance of poison gem in this instance. I understand why it's this high is for the gameplay reason, because fun fact, some of these areas that you're going through are actually multiplayer levels, and a lot of these stats are I don't know how he's seeing this, but he is. But yeah, what's the room for here? But yeah, when you get down to it, you have okay, that explains a little bit. Get another health spray can. But yeah, I think that it just lowering the health would have probably made this part a little bit more bearable. Oh, those cans respawn. Okay, go ahead and grab these while I can. These we can come into the next arena fight fairly healed, fairly stocked up, because I believe the one we're about to tag as the final one was the one that we tagged the most early on. Now the red pipe, you know, is an unbroken pipe. You don't have to worry about having to jump from one into the other, but the blue pipe, not so much. There we go. So I think down here is the last one, right? Yeah, here he is. Skating in a circle. Yeah, you just randomly lose the ability to lock on target here. I don't know if my game is glitching or if that's just a glitch in Jet Set Radio. Just at an angle if I want to get up to these cans. Here we go. Okay. Now let's finish tagging this guy. And tag, tag, tag. Come on, a little bit more. There we go. You win! And you see the goddess statue in the mouth of the poison gem statue. Never seen a man to do a woman's job.
The station that's so smooth, your ears won't even know what hit them. Jet Set Radio! The GGs have penetrated into the Tokyo Underground sewage facility and crashed Poison Jam's little sewer party. Their boss, Q, got away, but it was obviously Poison Jam who kidnapped the statue. Now why'd they go and do a thing like that? Whoa! This just in! GG's member, Yo-Yo, has just disappeared. No ransom note, no threatening phone call, nothing. I mean, what's going on here? In other news today, the new team, the Noise Tanks, just arrived in the scene and are flexing some serious muscle. Word is that the Noise Tanks are a bunch of cyborgs. They all got mechanical bodies and whatnot. And the Immortals, who used to control the Skyscraper District, just got their butts handed to them by the Noise Tanks and had to give up their turf. The Noise Tanks are bringing one street team after another under their control, and pretty soon they're gonna be running wild all over the city. You gotta be a fool to think this ain't got nothing to do with Yo-Yo's little disappearing. Rough up those Immortals a little, and they might help you unravel this mystery.
And yeah, opened up on quite a few things there, which we're going to address in the next part. I've been Anansi, you've been awesome. You, the great Roboy, shall teach you a lesson. Come here. Well, it looks like we got one more lesson with Roboy, but we won't be doing that now. In the next one, we're going to handle cleanup in the Tokyo Underground sewer area, because this part's gone on long, and unlike the previous parts, we have 2 whole sections to do. So we'll be handling that next time. I've been Anansi, you've been great. Deuces.